Hey, welcome inside the Hera Pressbox. We are back for episode number 6, and we're going to start off with a fantasy draft tonight. And we'll dive right in. A little bit behind that. So I told Alyssa to create a team, get some players from the current pool of players, all different sports, national team, Olympic squads. And the reason I did this, which Alyssa I guess doesn't even know about yet. So there has been talk about a flag football professional league, and that's for supposedly to be for retired NFL players and guys who didn't make it to the NFL and need something else to do. So this is thinking that eventually maybe there would be some sort of flag football league for women. And if that were to start right now and we could sort of franchise draft and pull players off of actual teams right now from other sports, we're going to do that right now. So that's my thinking behind it. And I've graciously given Alyssa the first pick.
What are we calling this draft? Do you want to start it off? Or lead me into the first pick with whatever you want to say?
No, I don't. I think the podium is yours. We will snake the draft. Alyssa will go first, and then it'll be after that. I'll have 2 picks. She'll have 2 picks. I'll have 2 picks, and we'll go back and forth. We will, as far as the positions are concerned, I guess I will go over that. Sort of close to a 7-on-7 format. We'll have a quarterback, running back, 2 receivers, a tight end, lineman on offense, along with an offensive utility player. You can slot them where you want in the backfield, outside, or maybe another tight end. On the defensive side of things, we'll have a defensive lineman, 2 linebackers, a cornerback, safety, and a defensive utility player to be played wherever you want them to be played. So that's all I have to say, I guess. And yeah, like I said, the podium is yours.
All right. So with the first pick in the draft, I select Kelsey Plum at quarterback.
Oh, okay. I'm fine with that. I like that pick.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for not taking mine.
Yeah, you're about to take mine.
Am I?
Probably.
Oh, I had it. What was my team name?
Oh, I definitely did not come up with the team name.
I can't remember what it was. It was pretty clever, but I'll make the jerseys later, so it's no big deal. First pick of the first round, 2nd overall for my team, at quarterback, Skylar Diggins.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I know. Kind of see Russell Wilson offense being around this guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
With the 2nd pick on my team, 3rd overall. Just so you don't pick her. Oh, I guess I have 2 foreigners, don't I? She'll be playing safety on my team, Rachel Daly.
Well, I did not have her on my squad because I went full Team USA on this. So everyone is from Team USA. And you did not pick my players, so thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So, what is this? The 4th pick?
4th pick.
I select at the utility spot on defense, Maya Moore.
Okay, yep. I had her as number 5 on my big board, so.
My big board. Ooh. Who shall I select next? I didn't put these in order, FYI.
So unprepared.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to go with the offensive side. Same position, utility. She is injured right now, but we're going to pretend she's completely healthy. Tobin Heath.
Okay. See, I was thinking that was going to be Serena, but
Oh no. You'll see where she's at.
oh, she's on there. Okay, you can
Oh, she's on
pick her.
there.
You can pick her 13th, which will be last for you because I'm not drafting her. She's on my big board.
Sounds
Okay, so 6th overall pick, 3rd selection for me to be played at wideout, Lauren Carlini. Yeah, you gonna have a 6'4" safety? I don't think so. And 7th overall pick, 4th selection for me, she'll play running back, Sofia Huerta. You at 8 and 9.
I'm pretty sure the rest of my lineup you have not chosen anybody out of. So I can pretty much go in any which way I want to with this. So
Okay.
with the 8th pick at running back, this is going to be a shock. I select Simone Biles.
Okay. I was wondering how I could get one of those on my team, but
I figured it was a good position for her. The best position I could have put her at.
yeah.
So, with the 9th pick at tight end, I select Lindsey Vaughn.
Lindsey Vaughn. How tall is she?
I don't know. Upwards of 6 feet, probably. I can look it up.
That's solid. What was her bench? What's she bench press?
A lot more than any of us can.
Hey, easy.
She's probably closer to 5 feet. But she's athletic. She's strong.
Okay, so yeah, my next pick would have been Maya. So
Okay.
I was a little late on that. That's fine because what I will do is wait a minute on that position because I was going to draft her as my offensive utility.
Okay. Yeah, I
So
could decide whether I wanted her on offense or defense.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fine either way. So I'll hold off on that position. And for now, Kalia Ohai at defensive utility. And 11th overall as offensive lineman, Amanda Zowie B. I like that pick.
I'm sure you do.
She's going to be 10 times quicker than your defensive lineman, so.
Now I'm just going to have to pick my defensive lineman to counteract that. You're not going to like this pick, though. But I'm actually going to match you with the 12th pick. I'm going to go with my own line woman. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Michelle Carter. She was the gold medalist for the shot put for Team USA at Rio.
Solid.
Now, just because you were talking about a lineman, I'm going to go with my 13th pick, or the 13th pick of the draft. I'm going to go with my defensive line woman. And that's going to be Ronda Rousey.
Okay. That's respectable. And the next pick I have is for my defensive line, and it's kind of right there with Rousey. And I would kind of like to see these two go against each other on the line. And my pick is Alev Kelter.
Okay.
Rugby sensation, the American.
That's a good pick. I like that one.
So Alev on the defensive line. And
Mhm.
no, Brian, it's Alev, not Elev. He thought that her nickname was Olev because she wore number 11.
Oh, that would have
But
been good.
yeah, he linebacker,
Uh-huh.
another Wisconsin Badger
Oh,
product, Madison Packer at
okay.
linebacker. I probably should draft a backup because I imagine she'll be pulling face mask and ripping out hair and get kicked out. But for the time being, that's a solid pick, I feel like. So go ahead.
Hmm. So, with the 16th pick overall, I'll match you there at linebacker, Allie Krieger.
Allie Krieger at linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then, with the 17th pick at wideout, I select Lolo Jones.
I had forgot about her. That's disappointing in myself.
I wasn't sure if I was going to put her on the team or not, just because you assume track athletes can't cut, but I'm going to pretend that she can cut. So,
Hey, straight
and
line
not,
speed.
yeah, and not take a cut without tearing an ACL.
Yeah, right.
So, positive, thinking positively there.
My other wideout, which I'll choose right now, is who is now with the Texas Charge. Bailey Landry is my other wideout.
I was going to put her on the board, but I figured you were going to pick her anyway, so there was no reason.
And my tight end, now sophomore star at Wisconsin volleyball, Molly Haggerty, tight end.
Okay. I'll give you that one. So I will match you with a Badger pick at wideout, Hillary Knight.
Hillary Knight. That's your no. You got Lolo. So Lolo and Hillary Knight is your wideouts. Okay.
Quickness and muscle.
Yep.
At safety, and with your pick at whiteout, I should have changed this, but this is what I wrote down, so I'm going to stick with it.
Okay.
April Ross.
April Ross. Okay, so we each have 3 more picks left. My other linebacker, McKenna Maurer, Wisconsin. And then I know my last pick is going to be the pick that makes you happiest for my team. So I'm going to hold off on that. I'll say that to the end. And for offensive utility, oh man, let's see. I'm going to go with Page Tap volleyball. So 3, no, yeah, no. So I'll have 3 receivers, 2 receivers, 1 tight end, 6 foot or taller. So good luck.
I ain't got no problem. Just because they're tall doesn't mean they're good. Yes. So since I got 2 picks in a row, I'm going to go with my linebacker, and this is where you're not going to choose her. You already said she's not on your team.
Yep.
Currently, she is out, but she will be back. Serena.
Okay.
At cornerback, I select Stewie.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, my cornerback's better. So
I'm
this
trying
is
to think.
somehow. Well, I guess I already mentioned Russell kind of being like Sky
Mhm,
for quarterback,
mhm,
and this cornerback
mhm.
is kind of Legion of Boom for my team, in that she's going to get under a lot of receivers' skin. NWSL player,
Oh my gosh.
and it's Jess Fishlock.
Oh my gosh. So it was a circ.
That's such a great pick. Like,
That
I mean, her and
okay. She's like
her and
5 foot
Rachel,
nothing. So get out of here.
her and Rachel in the defensive secondary.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's
So it doesn't even matter that I have short receivers. We have Rachel Daly and Fishlock in the back. It does not even matter. Hillary Knight's 5'11". Lolo's probably five
yeah.
eight, 5'9", so it doesn't even matter.
Until Jess makes them cry.
Tobin will take care of her.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'm gonna kind of draw that up, and I will tweet out sort of a roster, and maybe we'll get a couple votes on what team is better, and we'll go through those rosters a little more next time we have 5 minutes to
Mhm.
review and talk a little game plan maybe, and expand on
Mhm.
that whole thought about girls having maybe a flag football league. So
Who did you have on as backups, pretty much? You know, if I ended up choosing someone.
Deladon
Oh my gosh.
at quarterback.
Yeah. She didn't even come up on my draft plan. That's my
Really?
bad. Yeah, that's my bad.
Mallory Pugh at running back.
Yeah.
And then I had a few more.
Mhm.
Aaliyah Andrews, who's the outfitter for LSU, a defensive utility. Brittany Ratcliffe, a receiver. Sorry, Brittany. Griner as a tight end. And Alexis Tice, Wisconsin Soccer at linebacker.
Okay.
You? Any extras?
I had Sue Bird at quarterback. I had Sauerbrunn in a position for a linebacker, but I really could have used her anywhere in defense. I had Tarasi as an offensive utility.
Mm-hmm.
Carly Lloyd I could have put in at linebacker, but I didn't. Pretty much
That's
the defensive
she.
side I had backups on.
Lloyd would be an all right linebacker.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you see she's back in Houston now? Breaking news.
Yeah, I went through the Dash schedule for the rest of the year,
Mm-hmm.
and with that in mind, along with Henderson retiring, announcing her retirement, and which puts the Dash active roster at 19 players. The game day roster max is 20. So now opens a roster spot for Aaron Smith.
Have we heard anything?
Not yet. So still waiting on that, but yeah, and I told you I wanted to look, maybe read between the lines of her letter to see what was going on, but yeah, it was a pretty simple retirement letter, thanking teammates, coaches, family, friends.
Yeah, I came across an interview that she did. I don't know if you knew this, but she retired, I think, in 2015, so 2 years ago was her first retirement.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of came back, and she said that her heart is no longer there. So, in other words, there's no passion to play the game. So I don't know. I mean, you can read between the lines with that in so many different ways.
Yeah.
So, but that's what at least I was able to come across.
Yeah, and yeah, she wasn't getting a lot of playing time, and
Right.
so and coaching change, so
Right.
that plays
And
a little more into it.
I don't remember the article. It was just I was browsing and I ended up coming across it. But they had asked her if it was because Lloyd was coming back to have an open spot for her. And she said no. You can once again read between the lines with that in so many different ways. But I thought it was just a good point because
Right.
it very well could have been that. But I don't think it was. She said it wasn't. So I don't think it was.
Yeah, so I was looking at their remaining schedule. They have 16 games left. And in order for them, so last year teams only played 20 games. Well, let's say you stretch that out to 24. In order to get into the playoffs, a team would have had to have 39 points on a 24-game schedule. So for the Dash to get to that 39 points, looking at their remaining 16 games, I have them needing to go 10, 2, and 4 to make the playoffs. That includes, so I'll just run through it real quick. A win against the Pride, a draw at the Pride, a win against the Breakers, a draw at Kansas City, a win against Portland at home, a win against Washington, a win against Boston at home, drawing in Portland, a win against Kansas City, a win at Boston, take a loss at Portland, beat the Courage at home, beat the Reign at home, lose to NC on the road, draw with Chicago at home, and then a win at Kansas City would get them to 40 points. So that's
a rough stretch.
Yeah.
You said winning at Portland?
Drawing at Portland.
Drawing at Portland and beating Portland.
Drawing and losing at Portland, but beating them at home.
Okay.
The at Portland game is 2 days after the U.S. team plays. So there's a chance. I'm not that those players aren't back.
Yeah, which means half of Portland's team isn't there.
Right.
And we lose 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's definitely a chance.
Well, Australia's in that too, right? So that would mean
Lydia's gone.
Would be gone.
And depending on if Campbell gets called up,
right,
we may not have a keeper. All right.
Yeah.
Great.
But best case scenario, that works on the Dash favor still.
Right.
Yeah. But I think in a month, I mean I think the season's decided in a month for the Dash. If they lose 2 of these next 5 games, then
let's just get it.
It's over.
Yep. I think they got to pick it up this week. And
yeah.
It's going to pretty much set the tone.
I will run through the scores real quick. Just WNBA and NPF action and WNBA action. The Indiana Fever beat the Atlanta Dream. Then in overtime, Atlanta beat Seattle. Skylar Diggins' 28 wasn't enough to come back from 20 going into the 4th. Dallas loses to Los Angeles. And Connecticut won their 3rd straight, beating New York by 20. A lot of action in the NPF this week. San Antonio shut out Chicago. Akron beat the Scrapyard Dogs. And Texas won 1-0 against Beijing. Games rained out last night are currently being played now. There's either one still going on or their website's kind of messed up. Earlier today, Akron split with Houston and Texas, beat Beijing by 6, and then lost to Chicago. Bailey Landry, like I said, has joined the charge, and she went 3 for 8 in her first 2 games with 2 RBIs. She led off for the charge. So good start for her. And a couple of headlines that I don't know if we'll expand on, but Rose Lavelle out 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll give her mom credit for posting that. That's how I found out about that. So that's a bummer. But yeah, 4 to 6 weeks, which also plays into the Dash's hands.
Right. I was just going to say that. Yeah.
As the Dash will play them once in that stretch and play them in the middle of August. So it'll be right about the time Rose is coming back. So we'll see if she comes back on schedule. The There's a Bleacher Report article on the Seattle Storm announcing a partnership with Planned Parenthood. It'll include a celebration of support July 18th before the game against Chicago. Quote, fundraising efforts and active ongoing support will be delivered by the Storm's organization, and the owners were frustrated by political attacks against Planned Parenthood. So interesting story there. And the NWSL is sort of changing up the game times, but I don't know how much it helps. Games are now listed at 2:30 and will start at 2:50 to accommodate hydration breaks. So they're moving it up 10-minute start time to be able to implement those hydration breaks, but putting it,
it does nothing.
More towards the center of the day.
Why don't you just start it and either have more breaks or longer breaks?
Yeah,
I would probably be more in favor of more breaks, just because if you're sitting for too long, that's not necessarily a good thing either.
Yeah.
If it's going to be hot for an hour and a half, it's going to be hot for an hour and a half. I don't know how long their water breaks are now. What are they, like probably a minute and a half?
Each break will last up to 3 minutes in length. So there is on NWSL, let's see, rules and regulation. Hydration breaks has its own section under rules and regulation, and it goes through the pregame and halftime decision-making process about checking the temperature, implementation, how long those breaks are, and it talks about extreme heat, delaying the match if necessary, what happens during the delay. And they have updated that. I mean, I'm sure not a lot. I didn't look at the original.
Right. Well, and it's going to become a thing where everywhere is going to need them. If you look at Houston, obviously Houston's one of the big places where, you're going to be consistently needing those water breaks. But Chicago, it was 90 there the other day with high humidity. So they're going to need to start implementing them, I think, more often within a game to begin with. We'll get some sort of different hydration going on before, something going on during the game, something. I don't know. It's not my expertise, so I don't really know what they can use.
Yeah, it can't be that big of a problem for it to be a part of the game. It's not going to take, they're not going to lose viewers, or people aren't going to not go to the games because they have to sit through a 5-minute water break.
I would say have people on the field, different sections on the field. So if, there's a break in action or someone on defense, someone on offense could just quick run to the sideline, swig some Gatorade, grab goo or something, have a piece of a banana or something.
Yep.
To at least get something in their bodies.
So you sent me the article on potential Cincinnati expansion in the WSL, and you don't like the idea of Cincinnati.
Yeah, continue. Sorry.
Because?
I don't know. The article was more or less, I would say, focused on the MLS. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, it's a weak major league, anyways. I don't know. I think there's no real reason behind it. The stadium was actually really cool, so in favor of the stadium, I'm in favor for it. I just don't think Cincinnati is the place as far as fan base goes and popularity goes.
Here's one reason why I'm 100% behind it.
Because it's close to you. Closer.
So there are, and this is something I want to hopefully talk Chris Henderson into. I'll probably just bombard him with tweets and figure out what his thoughts are on the reasons why. But the lack of soccer skill or players just developing out of the Midwest is terrible, honestly. And it starts. I mean, you can put it professionally from me, East Central Illinois, pretty close to being in the heart of the country. There are 2 professional teams within 10 hours drive from me. One Chicago at 2.5, 3 hours. Cincinnati's 5.5. Next closest one is Washington, D.C. at 10.5 hours away. That says something. You look at collegiate level. Big Ten is a solid soccer conference, but then you have any other team in the Midwest. I mean, I look up games to go to. No team around me is really worth driving to. Butler has a future pro from Japan. They kind of lucked into getting her. That's the only team that I would drive to go and watch it. That outside the Big Ten. Louisville doesn't have a great program. Kentucky, that's 5 hours away, so we're already getting to the
Kentucky's
boundary.
Pushing it, anyways. To enter that state is pushing it. So.
Yeah. Right. So I do want to hear what Chris Henderson thinks about why the development of soccer isn't there. If you bring a club to Cincinnati, you would hope that would get a little bit more interest, maybe put a little more money into development programs, which I talked about in our pilot episode that I wasn't too sure what happened. But as far as building the entire, and building strength across the entire nation, I think it'd be great for that.
Yeah, I understand your point, I guess. I worry with not having a fan base there or the talent surrounding it. For instance, like you say, at the collegiate level, just because of the major opportunity then for it to fail. So kind of going back to one of our earlier episodes, we were talking about where can we add a team? And I liked the idea of adding a team in LA. And I liked it. I don't remember the other places that you had said. Mostly I liked LA simply because of the fact that we know that there's a fan base there who at least is going to be semi-interested in going, in my mind at least. We know soccer is a popular thing in LA and in Dallas, given that there's already an MLS team there, and I think that's probably why I like it, because you know that there's already a sufficient fan base there. And just, it worries me that it would fail in Cincinnati. Not saying that it would.
If they drew 3,000 fans a game, where would you say that ranks for them?
That would be pretty good.
If they ranked 3,000 flat, they would be, from last year's numbers, second worst.
Really?
Attendance. Yeah.
What was the highest attendance?
Yes.
Oh gosh, I don't want to.
16,000 in Portland.
Okay. I was going to guess.
Currently, in 2017, so let's say 3,000 again. That would be good for 7th of the teams. Portland's at 16.3 thousand, and below the 3,000 mark are Sky Blue, Boston, Chicago, and Kansas City.
Okay. I think if they can draw 3,000, they're going to be fine. My worry is them not getting 3,000.
Yeah. No, I think that would be a good goal. To cap that, what I was talking about, collegiate ranks, just I made a Excel sheet to see how close the D1 schools are from me, and so schools, these are the schools that are anywhere near me.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana State, Eastern Illinois, you get a couple of Big Ten schools, Illinois, Purdue, Indiana, IUPUI, talked about Butler, Illinois State, Evansville, Edwardsville, Southern Illinois, Bradley, St. Louis, Ball State, Valparaiso, Chicago State. Now over 3 hours, Southern Illinois, Illinois, Chicago, DePaul. That's probably the best team outside of Big Ten school I've mentioned so far. Cincinnati, no. Xavier, no. Loyola, Miami of Ohio, Louisville, no. Dayton, no. Northern Illinois, Wright State, Northwestern. Okay, Lauren Clem, Big Ten school, Western Illinois, and then you got Notre Dame, and that's
Depending
the best
on the
program until that's it. Then you get farther than 5 hours away. What'd you say?
I said Notre Dame, depending on the year.
Oh, right, yeah. But so, what? Two or three schools outside the Big Ten that are respectable soccer in the Midwest.
Right. But that becomes, if you're a highly recruited athlete, you're going to go not to a new program. So I was surprised that we were able to pull Rose. And she may not have been highly recruited out of high school. I don't know her background in high school.
She was number 1 in the nation.
Oh, okay. Well, somehow we got her. We
have Carl Walls.
Right, but we don't
Paul
have
Wilkins. He's established coming from Penn State.
Right, but I'm saying we don't have multiple national championships.
Well, we've been to one, which puts us a lot higher than a lot of schools.
Right, but I'm saying if you're we're not going to consistently get the number 1 recruit or the number 2. I would think.
Right, but so then you have North Carolina, UCLA, and
right. Who can? Yeah.
I'm not surprised at all she went to Wisconsin, and we see what kind of career she had there, being able to take over that team.
Right. Probably what sold her.
Yeah.
And it's Madison.
What's that?
I said, and it's Madison.
Right. Right. And to finish out the thought on some soccer there, I have put together some questions when we have Alex Morgan come on, so I'm getting ready for that.
Your dream interview?
They're not
They rude.
They're those questions that will lead to the tough questions. There's 3 of them. So I'm excited for that. And we are at 38 and a half minutes. So I have a few numbers for you.
Okay.
And this is all to one person. 0 losing seasons. 100% graduation rate for players who completed eligible from the school. 30 consecutive NCAA tournaments. Only once did they not make the second weekend. 112 wins in the NCAA tournament. 21 times a number 1 seed. 8 national championships.
Name that team.
Name that coach.
Oh. Oh. Wow. That was, I can't believe I thought about that for a second. Pat Summitt.
Yep. Pat Summitt.
The late, great Pat Summitt.
Yeah. Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Career. Started coaching at Tennessee at 22.
Yeah.
I think.
It was 22 or 23. I remember that. There was a documentary on her a couple years ago, and she graduated from college and then started coaching people her age. So yeah, the 22, 23 range. It was pretty ridiculous. The success that she had.
Yeah, but figured we'd end on that note. And Sunday, we'll recap weekend action. If we have time, maybe dive into more of our football teams and explore different topics and see what we have to argue about then. But that's it for me. Anything
That is
else?
it for me. No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, this will be up on YouTube. Check it out. And thanks for stopping by the Hera Pressbox.